Welcome to my kitchen, and let's go and you see what I'm making. So here I've got ingredients and I'm making Kenyan dish, and this dish is called pilau, and we usually make it a lot in Kenya, mostly in weekends, and it's always in our menu, but it depends. It's mostly made by the coast people. So let's start. So I'm using meat, cow meat. I chop them up into pieces, big pieces, like medium, not so, but big pieces. Tomato, this tomato is, we'll deal with it later, it's for my salad. So just watch and see. This is carrot, onions and potato and some garlic. And this is salt and oil. And come, you'll see. So this is some mixed spices which I brought with me from Kenya. It's mixed spices in it, as you can see. So I took some of the spices which are like this. I took some of them and burned them up a bit. I burned them up a bit, as you can see, with not so high level. Maybe you can put around 5 heat level, and you see as they're burnt. And then after they're burnt, you take them, because I don't have there's an instrument that we use in Kenya to heat this thing, heat these ingredients. But because I don't have it in Norway, I have to be creative, and I decided to use a glass. Let's hope it goes well. So this is how I cook pilau, which is a special meal. Many Kenyans like it. So this is how I do these ingredients. I grind it into, and if it's hot from there, if it comes here, it's very easy for it to just form a powder. Wait a little bit. So I've already made a powder form on it, as you can see. It's a powder form that I've made, and now I'm done with this. So yeah, so my powder form is here, and then we come here. So I'm going to show you an easy way to chop your garlic. You take the garlics, you put them inside this. It's a small machine, very expensive one, and but it really does a good job. You can put a little bit of but I use this to grind it's a very good machine. So I kept my onions and I kept my garlic. So I push this like this, and what it does, it grinds them to little pieces. See? I have chopped little pieces now on the machine. It's a very nice machine to use to avoid the hassle. So yeah. Okay. So I've got this done. So what I'm going to start with is my oil. So I come here, put my cooking on my cooking pot there, start the heat, put it to maybe level 6.5, and then so I let the pot heat up. And I usually like to cook very slow, but not very slow, but very slow, so that you, as you're watching me, you can get to cook with me. And I think it's an advantage because there is some I've always wanted to, it's very hard to cook with someone who's cooking on TV, or so I just want you to be with me as I cook. That's why I'm doing everything step by step, so that you can see everything, so that you can even at home, you can even get to put the ingredients with me, cook with me until we're finished with our cooking. So yeah, I put my oil there. Yeah. So you can put the oil as little as you want, or it depends with how much you want. So because I'm going to fry my potato, because potatoes take long to get cooked, so because they take long, I usually put them the first. So I'll put my potato first on the pot, because it takes long, and then afterwards I'll put my meat, as you will see. So you can put your oil as little as you want, or it depends with how you want to put your oil. So I'll put my potatoes, as I said. Oh, sorry. You put them slowly, as you can see. They watch out they don't jump on your eyes. Ooh, ooh. Because they have water, the potatoes now, they're removing. Yeah. It's just oil, and now I'll frying my potatoes in the oil, because they take long to cook, so I normally fry them fast. So this is how I do it. I fry them fast. Okay, as you can see, my meat is, because my meat has, when you keep the meat here, it has some, maybe because you washed it, it has some water still. So you have to let the water dry up. So as you know, I kept oil, potato, and I waited until the potato turned brown, and then I kept meat. So I have to let the meat dry up the water inside. So as we are waiting, I'm going to show you a salad, a special salad which we make in Kenya. When we are eating this dish, I'm going to show you very fast how to make that salad, which will accompany this dish. So you have your onions, you put salt, but many salt, so don't be surprised. The reason why we put many salt, because we want to the onion is very strong, so we want to reduce the strongness of the onion and try and make them flaccid, like not strong. Like you'll just see, just come with me, you'll just see. I wash my hands and then I do like this, I squeeze. I'm just trying to make them weak because they're strong and it cannot be good when you eat it well very strong, and the smell, you'll have it on your mouth when you're eating. So I'm trying to this is what we do with the onions. You squeeze them on your hand. And then you wash them to remove all the salt you kept. You're sieving them with your hand, or you can even sieve them with a sieve, but so you sieve them with your hand or a siever. So you've washed away all the salt, and now they don't have that strong, very strongness in them. They're always very strong. They can even make you cry. So even when you eat them, I don't think it's very nice when you're eating them with a strong taste. So you dry them like that and you have them. Let me reduce my heat here. So you put your tomatoes in your onions that you have salted and drained on the water. So you put your tomato inside there, and you turn your tomatoes. You're seeing? You turn them up, and then you put some lemon. You can put lemon fruit, but because I don't have lemon fruit, you can also put this, because I don't have real lemon fruit. You can put this a bit, or even a bit of vinegar. So you put it on your salad. You can taste. Add more. Yeah, and then you can put a little bit of salt. Turn them. You have to make your hands a little bit like put your hands in them a bit and turn them around to mix the salad, and then it's nice. This is your salad, Kenyan salad. put it there. It's done. Wash your hands. Right? Now we're getting back to our meal. So, as you can see, the water has dried. So, what you do, you take the grinded garlic and onions. Put them inside. And then you turn them around. And then you put a little bit of salt. And then you put your other onion, like a chopped some big onions there. And then I had chopped some carrots in little pieces. So I put the chopped carrot inside my mixture. And then I mix my mixture. Yeah. And then you can also put this inside. That is the grinded ingredients that I grinded when I first started this video. You saw me grinding these ingredients. So you mix it now and you will feel a smell. Starting to get ready, but not yet. And then you put these ingredients and these ones. They are the same. These are the same as the grinded ingredients. They're just the same. It's just that I divide them into two. I divide them to a portion that I grind. I burn and grind, and to a portion that I don't burn and grind. So this is how it is. So after this cooking, I will explain more about this ingredient, because this is the main thing on this cooking. And if you don't have this ingredient, then you cannot make this dish, because it's impossible to make it. So you take these ingredients, put them inside. And so cooking still, and then I put a little bit of tomato paste. It's a paste, you can see it's a tomato paste. So I put a little bit, maybe 4 teaspoons inside that. 4 teaspoons. It was my tomato paste was about to finish, so I can't just leave this small thing inside, the small tomatoes inside, so I just have to finish it because and throw it in the trash because it has. But you use a tablespoon or 2 teaspoons, and then you fry your ingredients. Yummy. Yummy. Yeah. And then you put some water. About the water, I use this cup. You see? I hope you're seeing the cup, and you can use any cup, depending on the cup you're using. If you're making 2 cups of rice, I use 4 cups of water. So if you're using, but here I used 1.5 cups. So you're putting 3 cups of water. So this is how I do it. So I kept 1.5 cup of rice inside here. So here I kept 3 cups of water inside here. So I'm going to give my 3 cups of water, which is here inside here. And then I'm going to cover my pot and let the water boil. So I'm going to let the water boil a bit, not a lot. Just as it starts boiling, when the water is heated, that's when I'll keep my rice and keep a low level of heat, and then you'll know and then what. So let me not finish. Now that my mixture of water is boiling, as you can see, it's boiling. My mixture of water is boiling. So this is my 1.5 cup of rice, and I'm going to dip it to put it into my mixture. Then I'm going to stir it a bit, because after this I'm not going to stir it until it gets cooked. So after I've stirred it, you close again your pot and you reduce your heat level so that it gets cooked nice and slowly. You can just put it to 4. Level 4. So you leave it to just cook slowly and nicely, and when it's done I'll get back to you guys to show you my cooking. Bye bye. So now we can see if the water has dried up from our rice. So we open this. Wow, looks good. So the water seems like it has dried up, and you can see the rice. You can lift it a bit to see if it's dry. I see it's dry. So what you do, you just turn it like this, slowly by slowly, to mix it. To mix it so that it gets mixed together. Yeah. Mix it a little bit. Because it's not so big, so watch out to just mix it slowly by slowly. A little lift, don't small lifts. So it's done. You switch it off. Switch that off. And this is what let me show you. When you serve it, you just put it on your plate. This is how it will be. Sorry, so close a bit. So this is how it will be. So you put it on your plate with some potatoes, a little bit of meat, and a little bit of rice. Yeah, that's enough. Some meat a bit. Yeah. Oh, this is so yummy. Can't wait to eat. So this is a mixed rice which we make in our country, in Kenya. So this is how it is. You come here with your plate, with your mix. You put your salad on top. You put your salad there, like that. You can put a little bit of the juicy thing, just a small little bit. Yeah, because I like it dry. It's so watery. And there. There. You have your drink and you have your meal. Yummy. Can't wait to eat this. So this is how I do it. And I wanted to, because I finished with the old cooking, I wanted to speak a little bit of this, maybe because this is the most important ingredients that you need on your when you're cooking. So I brought this from Kenya, and I don't know if you can find some here because I've not looked around, or I've not gone around a lot in shops, but maybe you can find. So this is a mixed spice of what do you call this? Wait. Of cardamom, but the real cardamom fruit. You can see. So I'm sure you can find it, but you have to go to a foreign shop and see if you can find these ingredients. But in Kenya we call it pilau spice. So that's how we call it in Kenya, because the food is called pilau. So we call it pilau spice for those who don't know, because there's some people maybe who don't know. So I'm telling those people who don't know, and the people who know, good for you. Just make some good food there. So this is pilau spice. So you can just go and look for it in a foreign shop. I'm sure you would find it, and you would make a nice delight meal just like this. Very, very nice. And you can cook this food even on a celebration, when you have a birthday, when you have a gathering, and you can if people are so hungry that you can just make this meal and people can eat. And bye, I'm finished. So see you in my next video, and let's see what we'll make.